Hey everyone, I hope you're having a wonderful day. I was doing some research over the weekend and I thought these numbers were pretty interesting. At least they were interesting to me. You can leave your comments and let me know if you find them interesting as well. But what are the biggest stocks that if you had invested $1,000 a year 10 years ago, what would be your biggest gains? Any guesses? Leave below which ones do you think, if you had invested $1,000 10 years ago, which companies do you think would have saw the biggest gains? Leave your comment below. But you know what? I feel like right now we're talking a lot about inflation. At least I'm hearing a lot about inflation. I don't know if you are, but we've got 18-year highs on inflation in Canada right now. We're at over 4% right now. Some economists are projecting that we're going to go over 8%. I'm seeing more posts on different mom groups that I'm on where grocery shelves are bare and the cost of groceries is skyrocketing on some items. Milk is going to go up over 10% right away. I'm hearing the Dairy Association, however that works in Canada, they just implemented an 8.8% increase, and we're seeing huge increases on some problems. There is a wheat shortage apparently. The drought in Alberta killed the crops this year, and they're seeing record highs on the cost of that, which in turn is creating shortages and price increases in the cost of pasta. I would love to hear, are you seeing empty shelves where you are? I certainly haven't seen them a lot yet. Well, nothing more than normal because I live in the north, not the super north, but enough north that the grocery shelves are often very bare. Like if you just want to get something one day, it's not necessarily going to be there. You just can't roll into the store and say, hey, I'd like to get X for my kid's birthday party this weekend and just expect it to be there. You have to plan ahead a little bit because quite often there are shortages here. But are you seeing shortages where you are? I'd love to hear about it. But it just goes to show, I think the inflation conversation is showing us how important it is to invest on a regular basis, because if you had saved $10,000 in the year 2000, so 20 years ago, if you had just said, you know what, I'm just going to save this money. I just want to save it for the future. I'm just going to put it away in a savings account. Your saved money would actually only be worth $6,400 today. So if you're saving your money in a savings account, your money is actually losing value. You'd be better off just to go spend it and enjoy it and blow it on something fun, make a family memory. But if you're trying to get ahead, if you're trying to retire, which most of us are going to need to do one day, you need to invest to retire, but then it is so incredibly scary sometimes. It's not something we're taught about in school, so most people just avoid it. It's like for the ladies going for that annual exam, right? We just avoid it, don't we? So investing is something that we need to do, and I was looking up some stocks. What are the top ones that have gained over the last 10 years. So hopefully some of you have left comments by now. We're going to see if you're right. We should have ran some sort of like contest or a bet on it or something, right? But these are the top ones. So if you invested $1,000 10 years ago in Amazon, I thought this one was going to be higher actually. You would have $18,641 of value right now. These are US dollars, by the way. I thought that one was going to be higher. I don't know if you did, but Netflix, if you had invested $1,000 in Netflix 10 years ago, you would have $20,868. Domino's, this one surprised me for the gain. I don't know. I thought Domino's was kind of like, their growth was like that, but if you had invested $1,000 in Domino's 10 years ago, you would have $26,467 of value. And this one really surprised me because I have no idea who they are. I had never heard of them. If I was picking my stocks myself, which I don't, I really do trust some top money managers and I love really well-run funds. And this is why. If I had been picking myself, I would not have picked this one because I don't even know who they are, what they do really. I looked it up, something to do with plastic or something, but it's called T-Rex. If I had invested $1,000 with them 10 years ago, you would have $32,720. What a difference of if you're just saving your money and inflation eating at it, or if you're actually putting your money in good funds. What a difference. And this one I thought was kind of a nice juxtaposition. If you had invested in a company called Transocean, you would only have $45 today, not even enough to take my family to McDonald's. So again, another good reason why I think, you know what, it's really great to leave some of this stuff to some professionals, because we got jobs, we got kids to feed. We're trying to like make sure the dog goes to the bathroom in the right place, and that the kid's backpack has the right stuff in it, and that they're ready for the birthday party that they just got an invitation for on Thursday and it's on Saturday. Like, we are busy, right? We're busy, and we don't have time to like research stocks every day to know where to put our money. So I just like to leave it with professionals, but definitely a trusted professional outside of the bank. At least that's what I do for my money. But I thought that was fun and a really good reason why we need to invest for the future versus just try and save for the future. There's a big difference between the two. If you are just trying to figure this out and you're saying, hey, Colleen, I have no idea what any of this stuff is. What if my fund that I pick doesn't go up in value? I actually have a really cool technique that shows you how, if you're investing on a regular basis, the ups and the downs of the market will actually make you money, even if the fund appears to be flat. So that's a really cool handout that I would love to email you. If you want to get that, just message me investing and I will be happy to send that example over to you. But I thought this was a fun little exercise. If we had invested $1,000 a year ago, where would our money be looking like today? Well, the point of it is get started. Get started investing somewhere. Your future self will really, really, really appreciate it. Have a